Right. Apparently, I have gone live. And we're live. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to, I believe, episode 11 of New Beginnings. Yeah, New Beginnings Euro Truck Simulator 2. Yeah, that's over. Thank the Lord. We are going to try and get to Plymouth. I still don't think we've got there. And we do need to. Or did we get there? I got there, didn't I? Doesn't matter. We're going to try and get some of the key southern roads done. Basically, I want to whittle it down to a non... Like, I don't want to ever have to come here if I don't... Oh, I just realised the chat's not visible to me. Nice. There we go. Perfect. I can now see the chat. Hello, Cyrene, Anna, and Eden. Hope you're all having a fantastic Tuesday. And Stargazer, I haven't seen you in a while. Hello, Stargazer. Yes. Oh, the game's having a moment, so don't mind me for a moment while we just wait patiently. Where's my mouse icon? No? No mouse icon. Okay. I'm sensing bad luck in my near future if this doesn't rectify itself. Hello, unidentified alien and otaku gamer Judas. So to wake up, it's ungodly. Oh, jeez. You spent it in bed. I'm very jealous. Yeah. Oh, we're doing a delivery anyway. Okay. I've been very busy today. Hello, Credible Threat. I've had a very, very busy day. Right. I also want to apologise for the tardiness. I got in from work and just put GTA on the PS4 and started playing that and lost track of time. I thought perhaps playing that would sort of distract from the headache I have, but it hasn't. And on that note, something else I haven't done is put on these anti-glare lenses that I normally wear. But I just sort of slow it down so I can try and find a way to get these over my... I put my finger on the lens, didn't I? I put my finger on the lens. Okay, fine. We'll wait until we've got this job done. Yes, because apparently... Hello, Weird Wolfram. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Apparently, yeah, clumsy. It's been a long day for me. And yeah, thankfully I have some silver lining in the sense that my older sister, who I trained actually to do the two... Thank you, unidentified alien, for the £2 super chat. Thank you, mother. Yes, I saw your little comment. I can't change you or do your bed sheets or anything because it's outside my skill set, but I do greatly appreciate the donation. And hello, Roger Brown. Thank you, Credible Threat. That was a lot of fun, considering it's an absolute mess, and I don't know how Sinatra takes all that abuse from Drunkle without wanting to kick his head in. But yeah, I need to get somewhere and put these lenses on. It's been a long, long day. But yeah, the silver lining is I trained my sister a few months, maybe a month or two ago, to do my job, essentially. Two of the jobs, anyway. And so on Friday, she's going to do them for me, so I get Friday off. Which is actually a huge advantage because I get YouTube paid on Thursday and I'm buying something that'll be delivered on Friday and I really want that thing. Oh, it's Kelsey. I did wonder. Megan heard that the Lords of Block Brexit. Yeah, I'll be discussing it tomorrow. In a video on Moisky Live, because I got the alerts while I was at work, but also I had some sources from a few days ago and other stuff that the Lords have been up to. So I'm going to sit on it and wait, and tomorrow I will compile a little video on it. I thought I'd do Jess Phillips first because it's like guaranteed views, but also, yeah. Also, it's an interesting subject. Although I think she may have pulled out by now. I need to look into that. Ooh, that was a bit fast. Eden, how was work? This morning was fine because the pub paid on time, which was great. Because then I got to put some money in the bank. I bought It Chapter 2 on DVD. I bought my older sister a copy of Hobbs and Shaw. Picked up some food. Protein-based mostly, like granola bars. And a few other little bits. Bought a few things online which I needed, like new Harry Potter envelopes for patron badges. And went for a walk. The work was actually quite fast. I only did half of the walk I normally do because my legs were starting to go a bit, but they're fine now. So, it's fine. I worked on arms instead at the gym, so it was okay. I need to do something to improve that though, because I found that I'm topping out, but I'm not getting anywhere. I'll look into it. Hello, Karma. Hope you're well. Sinatra just uses the male power to ignore women and extends it to the uncle. It's true, except Drunkle was the one bullying him. It was amazing, because I don't normally see that. Drunkle never invites me on his. It's cool that he did. But I was no lie. The moment that stream ended, I was like, dudes, I've got to go to bed. I've got to be up in like 5.5 hours for work. So what little sleep I got was much appreciated. I was a tad concerned because of it that I wouldn't be able to do this. But I seem to be okay. I don't feel any wear beyond the usual wear most experience. So I'm just going to focus on... it happens to... Oh, okay. This usually happens once or twice a year. So I just get on with it, really. Hang on, when's our next loan installment going out? Oh, okay. Cool. Because we're going to need to repair our truck. And I don't know what this job's worth because I didn't bother checking. One thing you may be interested in is that Hull wants to trial free money. Does it? Can someone DM me that? I'll give it 10 minutes before the yawning starts. Whose? The game's or mine? Because I'm actually struggling to not. And hello, Raydale. Yeah, I want to yawn, but I'm not going to if I can avoid it. I say that and I'll just like probably yawn straight away, won't I? Sod's law and everything. But yeah, although on like keeping busy, I've fallen a bit behind in replying to messages on Facebook and emails, so I need to get on that after the stream. I'm going to sit in voice chat and just be replying to messages and comments because I haven't done that today. And I need to write notes for tomorrow's videos, which is simple enough. I also took the liberty because I thought because I have yet to receive any indication that there will be. I've got a couple entries for the current glitter badge little competition. So what I've done is, because there's only 2, and I have not received any indicator that there'll be a third, I'm going to make. I've made a runner-up badge, but it's a lot smaller, and it's not the same color, but it is glitter as a consolation prize. So, basically the reason I did it was because I needed to use up some glitter gold, and yeah, so I made a smaller badge with it, about the size of a bronze one, and I thought that'd be nice. So I did that, and hello Laura, rar. By all means, lurk away, and you know I don't mind. And it's been a busy day, but the videos didn't take as long to make because talking about Jess Phillips is easy enough with the limited notes I was able to put together, and the subject of Abu Abdul Bari. I knew a lot about it pre-recording anything because I'd already heard of him. His name had been floating around for a while. So I knew a few bits about the Yazidi women and girls, which I thought was the more pertinent aspect to sort of reference. And it wasn't going to be a Halls of Injustice video. It wasn't at all. It was going to be a subject about him. But then I realised, actually, it's a good subject. Oh, I'm very sorry that glitter does that to you, Roger. But yeah, it should be interesting to see... Oh, can I go now? Yeah, go on. Nah, you both stopped. Cool, I'm going. Good luck, everybody. Wow. Wow. You're a dick. I'm going to go batter you in now. Come on, let's go get him. Let's go charge into him. Long Bailey will probably win. No, Keir Starmer will win. She's a credible challenger to Keir Starmer, but no, Keir Starmer will win. Not because he's male, though, I should be clear, but because he's not as irritating as the others. He's irritating, but I've spoken to a few others that talk about politics. Honestly, he is the most credible opponent. I was going to hold mine till the 30th, or due to fine-tune, but I got really, really drunk and sent it off just so I wouldn't keep making it worse by fixing some minor detail that bugs me. That's understandable. Hello, Lulu Bell and Joe. Hope you're well. Hope you're having a good day today. But yes, if Keir Starmer wins, there's a chance the party goes back to centre-left. There's a chance. He's the best person to scrutinise the government's Brexit deal, because he's been doing it for years anyway. So it's possible something good could come from it, but I don't know yet. I'm just going to skip that because I don't really care. Give me my money. Yeah. Hey, that'll do. Right. I need to go and repair my truck. So we need to go do that. And probably the trailer as well. I was thinking in the near future perhaps replacing it. But I'm actually quite enjoying this trailer. Seeing what cargo we carry is actually quite exciting. To me anyway. Go, go, go. Yes. Oh, the glitter thing. There's a competition on my channel. For a piece of art for a 2020 presidential campaign, and I was going to do videos around it with a suitable image to use as backdrop and other bits. And I have a couple entries already. It ends on the 31st, in 10 days. Hello, Great Sky Troll Anti-Drama. Hope you're well. This actually gives me an opportunity. Where are those blasted... Yeah, there they are. Those damn lenses. Yes. Let's put those on. I will have to take the head... Okay, yeah, you just drop them as well. That's perfect. Momentum can try if they want to drag the party over there, but everyone knows if they do that, then the party's over. There's no debate on that subject. It is well established the party will be done if it stays. There we go. I can not necessarily see. I can already see anyway, perfectly in fact. But my eyes don't hurt as much. But the party knows if they win, they're done. The main couple of the main what are they called? Unions already back Starmer. Ooh, geez, that is expensive. Oh dear, that's expensive. Okay, fine. Oh, we need a decent job then. Okay, we need to find a decent piece of art. Decent job. How are we doing on fuel? Oh, fuel. We need to refuel as well. Oh no. Okay, we've just undone all our good work. It's okay though. The struggle is fine. Modtron. Oh jeez. Mod Ultron. Jesus. Right, let's find a job. We need to find the highest paid cargo job we can get. From... Oh, we still haven't gone to Plymouth. We still haven't gone... Aha. There. It's worth... How much is it worth? 5 grand. Is that the best one? We're finally going to Plymouth. I know. Very exciting stuff I've just said there. But yeah, we're going to Plymouth. Hello, Spirit Upgrades and Saki. Hope you are well. And you missed a crash, Saki. So, no? Maybe? Oh, I need to move my viewer there so I can see that mirror. Cool. Must luck. By all means, enjoy whatever it is you're doing, Karma. There we go. How far is this job anyway? Oh, out of town. Actually, it doesn't really matter. It's still what we need. I need to not get any tickets. Because I've got no money, essentially. Hey, Lisa or Edward Shaw. Hope you're well. Hope you're having a fantastic Tuesday. Did you hear about Gregory Jackson's kid falling from a window? Yes. Because when I'm editing videos, I put other content on in the background as not necessarily background noise, but as a way for me to be able to keep an eye on what is going on in this, in the commentary sphere. I just put on like the shorter videos. I don't want to watch or put on a video that's like an hour long, said somewhat unironically from a guy whose most popular videos are quite long. But it's just, yeah, I'm very much aware of it. I know it happened in September of last year, didn't it? So it's interesting, but I don't know the context beyond that, and I don't want to speculate because it's inappropriate to do so. Just focus on the investigation aspect instead of other bits. Cause it seemed a bit. Well, it's interesting. It's important, of course, because you want to make sure the kid's safe. But it's arbitrary, really, in the grand scheme of what he is being accused of. Where am I going? Over there, am I? Cool. Let's go over there. I just realised my guy's going to need to sleep soon as well. That's irritating. Yes, do that. Because I can't be bothered. Please don't take too long. Please don't take too long. Please don't take too long. Okay, how long do I have? Hey, we're alright. We're okay. Right, how am I going to get out of here? I assume like this. Because this feels awkward already. Right. Oh no, that's a bit close. Oh, there's a lot of, well, at least it's handling well. Looks good. I think we're alright. Doesn't Labour want a female leader? Joe McDonnell said the next one should be female. That doesn't mean they have to be female. I'll be honest, if they want to keep on using identity politics, that's one of the very few things they haven't got. But yes. The impeachment stuff's been all over mine as well with the Senate hearings, and people accusing the Senate already of not, not basically doing what the Congress House wanted. So yes, I think it's actually Chris Hansen's videos that back on Onision for a sec. It's his videos I normally put on because when he does a little update, he does a very short video. So I've been kind of paying attention. To any sense, so he'll never be able to groom again. Well, maybe. But back over to the Senate thing. It'll be interesting to see how the Senate does this, because there's no way the Senate Democrats, if they are going to just vote to get rid of COS, no way they can do it. They'd have to convert some Republicans to do it in the first place. But then based on how the investigation itself or the hearing and all that goes on, it's not the same thing, and they have to go on the evidence provided, and the evidence is, well, vague. So I'm not expecting him to be impeached or be removed from office. Not just because of party lines, but because the evidence is insufficient. But I could be wrong, and if I am, that's fine. Quavers. I used to drink, whenever I used to go drinking with uni housemates and friends, Quavers were my go-to. Like, in my head, I believe they soaked up all the alcohol, so I was okay. So I'd buy a multi-pack and just pound it. I don't do that anymore, but that's fine. I think it was also McCoy's cheddar and onion. I really liked cheese and onion crisps. Or as I called them when drunk, chiggers and oingnon. Yeah, I was special. I'm glad that car conceded because I was about to batter him around. At least we get to go to Plymouth, everyone. Yay! How exciting. Nothing more exciting than going to Plymouth. Yeah, I know I'm running out of fuel. Thanks for the reminder, game. Eh. What's this? Chris Hansen's falling from grace. I'll take your word for it. While I know what's going on, I tend to only keep an eye on the little bits I hear here and there. I don't really give it all my time. But Quavers just dissolve. That skips, I think. But if Quavers do as well, then obviously my 20-year-old self was misled greatly. I haven't eaten crisps in, nearly 4 years or something. I just don't remember anymore. We need to go in here and get booze for the car. Yes. That's how it works. And back to the impeachment. Stargazer. They not enough evidence to remove him, and they're expecting the Senate to do the job they failed to do. I want to know what they're going to do if it fails. Because if it fails, what does the Senate do? Not Senate, the House. Do they just accept it and leave it? Or do they try and take it a step further, which I don't know if they can. Since it's not criminal proceedings, I'm kind of confused. How much is this going to cost me? Oh, this is expensive. Oh, that's most of my money gone. Yeah, that was painful. Yeah, thanks for that. Right, now we need to... Oh dear, I don't know if we're going to be able to make enough money on this. Monster Munch are the boyos, are they? A Monster Month, like what was it, the Flaming Heart, were amazing. Hang on, what was that there? I think sometimes needs to change the party with no competition can be a dangerous thing. I hope there's a challenge to keep the government in line. Yeah, that's always good to have. Good to have the government held to the mark and all that. Lights. Change of flavour. You're talking about Laura. That's the point. Sirens. I suspect the House will have a massive fit. Because there is an election looming. Yes, that's why I've always taken issue with this, because timing-wise, if you're going to try and remove him from office, you should have done this a year ago, and then just had Pence, who people don't care about. You have a greater chance of removing him, of beating Pence than you do Trump at the moment. And I think that's embarrassing for those involved. But where does the House go? If the Senate vote it down, then what do? They carry on, or do they finally do what they're supposed to do, and that is focus on the next election, which, well, this year is very important. If Trump gets 2 terms, it doesn't matter that he gets impeached by the House, because history, well, it will say he was impeached. History will remember why he was impeached, and history will then determine whether or not that was right. And for the most part, history is going to generally say, no. Well, I think they're gonna fail, to be fair, Stargazer. I think they're going to fail. And when they do, he's going to look better. And if you want a credible opposition, you don't as the supposed credible opposition reinforce your opponent. Hello, the shorty. Hope you're well. Hope you're having a fantastic Tuesday. But yeah, I don't understand it. I pay a bit of attention, and from what I see, it just looks pathetic. Hey, topics change because of you guys. I'm okay with that, Saki. Any conversation is appreciated regardless. It doesn't matter of the subject matter. I'm just happy to engage. I think if they'd done this a year ago, it would have been better timed. Their intention would have been this year to do it because they think then there is no credible Republican candidate, giving them a guaranteed 4 years. That's it really, isn't it? But that's not good enough. I find it fascinating every time in my history I've ever heard of a Republican president being elected. It always came across as Democrats were so salty they were trying to get rid of him Electoral College winning it for Bush and for Trump just sort of really, really aggravates them. And I find that, well, some, not all, of course not. Not every Democrat is, well, what we see. They're not. The majority don't care enough. I just find it all quite intriguing how some behave. And the House, they have to now, they've done their part. They've impeached him on quid pro quo. Okay. Even though there is corruption involved and money being stolen, yes, by Hunter Biden, I believe. So this is interesting. Yeah. Hello, Stephen Endersby. Hope you're well. This point impeachment will just be a Democrat fundraiser. If they want to gain money from it, but then they still haven't chosen. They're still leaning on Biden, arguably the worst candidate they could go with. Right, how long do I have? Huh. Okay, not going to make it in time. Probably should have stopped back there. So yeah, then it's many have said already they think Sanders again. I think he's a shell after 4 years. He got betrayed by his own party, and they still won't stand by him, yet arguably he's probably the better candidate again. I remember going through that, Stargazer, the Mueller report, on a couple streams on Moisky Live with Trups. I think we did it in 2.5 streams. And I found it quite interesting with how much, not only how much was redacted, but what everyone claimed it said, when upon reading it, it did not say anything of the sort. It didn't make him look bad in the slightest. At best, all I got from it was it was the equivalent to having a second cousin twice removed. That was the Russian connection to Trump. It was that kind of nonsense. Oh, you know someone who knows someone who knows someone who might know someone, but they know someone. I just, honestly. Oh dear. Well, I hope your appendix doesn't burst. And I hope you do well in your exam if you make it. If you don't, get well soon. Saki, I know you played Magic. I did indeed. MTG's good. Did you ever play Yu-Gi-Oh? No, but I did play it on the Game Boy Advance, where I still have the cartridge game for it with my favoured deck on it. So I never played the card game. I do have a couple cards though. I have the complete Exodia set. And I think I have Obelisk, the Tormentor, because I quite like it. And yeah, I just I don't know. I never really got into it that much, but the game was okay. If there's a Democrat president, then Nancy is not Democrat number one. This factors into her strategy. Huh. Oh, of course, she's the most powerful Democrat, isn't she? Because she's what, isn't she, like 3rd or 4th in line, which is really interesting. Yeah, very interesting. I can't tell if my stuff's sending. Oh, I can see your messages. You're all good. Got to have Exodia and a God card. To be fair, I don't have a complete deck. I just have those cards. I don't know why I have them, though, to be fair. I think I bought them years ago. I was going to try and collect and make a deck from my favoured deck, where Exodia is definitely there. But I never actually, went down that path, which was a mistake on my part, perhaps. But I didn't have the money. I was unemployed, so priorities shifted. And I'll be honest, I'm now no longer interested in collecting those cards. I think I'd rather just, I don't know, buy whiskey and stuff. Other stuff. More stuff. Yes. I'm very technical, as you can tell. This is going to be interesting, because I don't know where the next sleep stop is, and I don't know if I'm going to make it to the town. But we'll see. This should be... Am I going to have to indicate? I am. Right, well, thankfully nothing's coming up behind us. Cool. 3rd in line, right. Thank you for clarifying. I do appreciate that. Unidentified alien. Vote for me, my child, for there is beauty in extinction. Exactly, everyone. Vote for me. It is the very best option available. And hello, Dragon Wonka. Hope you're well. I remember reading somewhere that somebody said Meghan Markle could stand for the Dems. She's Canadian, isn't she? I don't know if she's got citizenship in the US, and if she has to have a certain amount of years before she can even be considered eligible to run. I know this because I bothered when years and years ago, I wanted to move to America, and I decided to start reading lots of things that seemed relevant, and eligibility to run for high office was there because I was intrigued. Yeah. Hello, Ice Bank Mice Elf. Hope you're well. The sky in Scotland looks really weird right now, or at least where I am, it's kind of a hot pink with purple and yellow. Did you take LSD or some acid? Just asking for a friend. Gave away your 55k MTG cards last year in order to save space. That's fair. I have a box, a Zendikar box, and that's filled with Zendikar cards. And I'll be honest, yeah, it's a bit of a mess. But I do have a few other card decks in boxes, but I because of my own financial restrictions, actually, I need to go here, don't I? I've missed the gap. I missed it. Yeah, sorry. How long do I have? Okay, well we're gonna see how well we do. I don't know why I've still got this on. Sorry about that. Oh, she's American, is she? I thought she was Canadian. My mistake. Oh well, I guess she can run for office. Well, she can still run for not presidential, but she can run for other positions. I think you have to be a natural born for president. Saki, I had when I got about I got a fat pack and about 10 boosters. In there, I got 3. What was his name? Planeswalker, Plane Warrior. I can't remember his name, but I managed to sell all of them for £60 each. I was like so happy. I spent it all on more boosters. I was so chuffed. But I didn't get any decent cards beyond that. Oh, you'll give her to the American and to the Canadians. That's fair. My first set was a Morning Tide set. Why have I gone overdrawn? Oh, right. Nice. I tried not to speed and I went to 31. That 1 was enough. Damn it. Yes, game. Thank you for that reminder. I wonder if it's going to try and put me to sleep on a corner. I got my thumb over the handbrake just in case. I know those avoiding sleep offences get worse, and you can be put to sleep at the wheel. It's happened before on these streams long ago. I don't know if it will happen now, but who knows. Right, it's... Hey, right, let's do that, because I don't want to fall asleep reversing. Cool. We've got 5 grand. Cool. Let's just read these emails to say I was overdrawn, and I'm no longer overdrawn. Thing is, I know I'm going to be overdrawn again now, because I would need to make another 4 or 5 grand to pay off my loan. Oh, this is bad. Alright. Are lights on? Yes, they are. Right, where am I going? Oh, this way. Turn around, everyone. Tally-ho. Yes, you will fall asleep at the wheel and crash. So my thumb is lurking over the handbrake, because the moment his eyes start to shut, I'm going to hit the handbrake really hard and hopefully make it to the sleep stop. If I don't, it's fine, because crashing's crashing. It happens. I don't mind. But at least I'll find somewhere. I can see a place to go now as well. git. One car? Really? Uh-oh, the Chinese illness has spread to the US. First case found. Well, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. I'd seen the article and recommended, but I don't know anything about the virus beyond the article, and I didn't want to talk about something like that without properly understanding it. But one can certainly hope that it doesn't eradicate all Americans before I am elected, so I can just snap my finger. But yes, we'll see. Oh, really? Alright, well, handbrake's going on now anyway. As a precautionary thing. If you're carrying livestock, does Peter get involved? No, they don't. They're cowards. Yes. My first set was Morning Tide, and I still have I have 2 cards, sorry, from that set. Reese the Exiled and Reese the Redeemed. Not because of how good they were, because they weren't very good cards, but entirely because of sentimental value to me, because they were a gift. My housemates wanted me to get into the game, and I ended up throwing most of the cards away because I didn't care. But I kept those 2 somehow. I think I actually bought Reese the Redeemed because I was going to, properly use the deck. And then I found out most play... Oh, you 2 suck. We're driving at less than 20. Nice. But most people play had like 3 or 4 of one card in their deck, and I didn't have them. Yes, I'm well aware that I haven't been to sleep, but I'm going to go in here where I can. Happy game. Happy. See, there's a sleep stop right there. Sorted. Right. Is there a possibility that I can get a job in time? Let's see. Fun fact, someone escaped from prison an hour away from my village, and there's police helicopters everywhere. That is a fun fact. See you later, Spirit Upgrades. Thank you for being here. I do appreciate it. And smash like on the way out. Right, Plymouth. We want to go, well, anywhere really. Oh, we could do that. How much is it worth? No. It's a pitiful job. We need more. I could do that, but then I have to come back. That's a good job. It's worth a lot of money. That's a lot of money. Ooh, no. Hang on. 8 grand. Yeah, we'll take this one. We'll take the metal coil, everyone. Yes. Right. Can we get out of here? Yep, we can. You're screwed. No, you stay there, Scania. I am lord of this road. Yes. Former roommates used to play Yu-Gi-Oh!, Duel Masters and Magic. I still sometimes find random cards in my stuff. That's cool. That's pretty cool. As president, will you promise to increase suffering or take a more... I will take the approach of, right... everyone just gather round. Bye. That's how I'm going to do it. Decent paid job, this. But I know we're going to go overdrawn again. That's fine. We will just do the job. Yeah, this is the part that screws us now. Right, it's fine. Excuse me. We will just, muddle along. Try not to get too many fines, because I don't really want to... It's one of those little annoyances that you have to deal with. But if you can reduce that... I know that I don't have very good insurance premium. That's why the bill was so high to repair the truck. But that's fine. We just, we adapt. And I'm all for just trying. Because the intention was with this New Beginnings was to make it as hard for myself as I possibly could. And actually, even though I shouldn't have upgraded my main base, I have done that. Yeah. How does a being with a tentacle for a hand wear a glove and snap? That's for me to know and you to try and work out. Best of luck to you. Needless to say, you're all screwed. Certainly going to be very interesting to see how life unfolds once you're all erased. In fact, I think this world will prosper without any of you oiks around. I think I need to take a sip of my aspirin-loaded water. Where is it? Ah, aspirin. Yeah. Gulp. Stay hydrated, kids. Less of a snap, more of a slapping noise. Hey, as long as you're all turned to dust, that's all that matters. And I like to imagine it's 2 tentacles, and he's just clapping in 1 glove. It's possible. It is a considerably large glove. I mean, it has what, 6 glowing gems on it. I mean, it's a big glove. I feel like I'm being hampered here. Can we speed up? Oh no, I get the feeling we slowed down again. Have you ever watched Life After People? I think that's what it's called. No, I have not. And Keck Magic. I didn't know cringe magic. I mean, Keck Magic still existed. Tentacle-shaped gloves with a mechanical snap. Hey, that's possible. Never say never. All you need to know is, I've already got the glove. Making it work is going to be a challenge, but you work it out for me and I'll do it. Don't worry, I've got this, fam. Can I speed up now? Because 30 is really, really slow. 60. Let's go. Yes, the first thing I do is hit the brake and then cruise control. Nice. Will we be squids in? Now that's a possibility. Well, I could just send you all down to Dagon. Yeah, that seems easy enough. My brother-in-law mentioned perhaps I should get the other Infinity Gauntlet, because the other one's left-handed, and I have 2 then. And I was thinking, how do I phrase that you're double-fecked if I have 2 of them? Also, where do I put it? Oh, the knuckle cracking. So good. You're welcome, Karma. And welcome back. I had a fever dream the other day that you had a rap battle with the Queen and Boris Johnson, and of course you won. Yes. Faux shizzle. I am indeed a rap god. Swag. Can you use it on me so I don't have to finish my 9-day stint at work? At this point, I'd be half tempted to use it on myself first, just so I don't have to do the other days on my overtime. Who will cook your meals and clean your massive mansion, or will you leave this pathetic realm going back to the land of gods? I'll be honest, that is absolutely, 100%, unequivocally none of your business. Do 2 snaps kill everyone or 3/4 of everyone? I see what you did there, Ease. Because obviously 1 snap's half the world, and if I do another snap, it's half of that. Gotcha. Clever. I like that. Trying to commit exactly, Dragon Wonka. We are on this. I think Ginger. I think Lulu. You and I are very similar. I think I'm on day 5 so far. No. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. No, I'm on day 6. Which is, it's all right. I mean, it's just work. Just keeps me busy, which is good. As long as the Git pays what remainder is owed from last week and pays me on time in 2 weeks, we're all good. Right, as fast as I can go, 56 miles per hour in a 60. I'll take it, because it's actually not a bad speed. Although it doesn't look it. Clap. Oh, that's an option. That's an option. Yeah, I can do that. I'm not totally against the idea of clapping. I wonder if that'd be like the more appropriate time when you go up to somebody and you've got both the Thanos glove and the power glove on, and you just clap and go, "You've been clapped." You are clapped. Grats. You made a mistake. Ease thinks he's smart now. Look what you've done. I've made a mistake, have I? Oh, my mistake. I didn't realise snapping the glove to wipe out half the universe once, and then snapping the other one to wipe out half the universe again would be different. But of course I may have misunderstood, which I'm okay with. But since my intention is to kill everyone, I'm going to keep going until there's one person, then I'm going to snap again until there's half a person, and then I'm going to snap again to make sure there's a quarter of a person, and keep going. Karma, hoping once I pass my test I'll be able to get more overtime, rake in that money. Well, I hope you are too, because there are many things you should be able to buy for yourself. Honestly, I'd be fine with it. We wouldn't really know it happened, so we were gone. If we were gone, would we? So at least there's no exams or work. Hey, there's a win. Hello, Yoshi Rabbit. Hope you're well. Make infinity tap shoes and yeet the whole universe. Now that, if Thanos had done that in the Infinity War film, I would have actually, liked that. That'd have been kind of cool, actually. Him just, instead of fighting, just doing a little tap dance. People are like, no! Ban tap dancing. Am I the only one now imagining Thanos watching those really old cringy tap movies with kids in? Jesus, those were bad. Oh. Now when the loan installment goes out in just over 20 minutes in game, which is about, I don't know, 2 minutes. Yeah. It should be interesting because I don't know if I'm gonna make it on time, which is unlikely, and I don't know. Oh, actually, no, I could check. Let's find out. Nope, I'm not making it on time. We're going overdrawn again, everyone. Prepare for another email. Yes, I'm slacking. Yes, I am. I do actually need to start making those videos. That'd be kind of fun. But I think there's a concern on my part where I don't know where to put them. Whether I should put them on the politics channel or whether I should put them on the main channel. I just don't know yet. On Brexit Day? Nah, people want to celebrate. Although if the House Lords continue with their little shenanigans, although it's reasonable. I mean, it's not the worst thing. Instead of being a celebration, it could well be, what's it? Others have called it Armageddon. So yeah, it's possible. And I have been slacking. You're right. Edward Shaw. Did Dorothy tap her infinity slippers and eradicate the land of Oz? I have no idea. I have not seen whatever that film is you're referencing. It's possible I've seen bits of it, but I've never watched it. I'm guessing since it has Oz in it, it's Wizard of. But I don't know. You'd have to tell me, by the way, did Dumbledore die in it? It's very important. Brexit's on your birthday. Hopefully we see civil war finally break out across the UK. At best, you're going to see queues, bins knocked over, and a lot of pouting, crying. And if you're in my constituency, laughter. Lots of people will be laughing because their view is, lol, we're leaving. There's the installment. Where's the email? Let's check. Yeah, we got an email, everyone. Let's go read our overdrawn email, everyone. Yay. We're overdrawn again. How many times is that? Let's see. Hang on. 1, 2, 3. Oh, hang on. 3, 4, 5. Oh, 5 times. We've been overdrawn 5 times. Okay. We're in Spinneroonie territory. Good to know. Let's have a look. Oh, we've been down there. Okay. I could take an alternate route, but I'd be dawdling, and I need to make enough money so I can then start to go down these back roads up here. I do need to, like, get a delivery to Liverpool, and then just from here, and just go here, and go all the way around that pointless road. Yes. Okay. We can do that. Well, if the game allows us, typically it never gives me the job I want. It just Makes things more difficult, but that's fine. Start some fire. I'm pro-Brexit, so it'll be like celebrating a football match. Hey, it's a possibility. Dorothy, hang on, what? Dumbledore dies in every movie. It's a rule. You're right. He's also gay in all of them as well, because that matters. Dorothy returned to Oz after the first time. I didn't know there was a sequel. Yes. Oh yeah, you're in a very you're in a Labour stronghold and pro-Remain area, aren't you? Yes. Congratulations, Littleys. Let's try not to get any speeding fines if we can avoid them. I mean, we're already overdrawn, but I'd rather not go too much more overdrawn. Up here, we'll probably just drink a couple extra pints in honour of Brexit. Maybe a few fights will break out if we can be bothered. I think it's similar here. There are people. This is very much a heavy Leave voting constituency, and I get it. It's fine. But most of it's apathy. They don't care. And if anyone is celebrating, it's just a barbecue or a beer. And that's about it. Raydale. There's a guy in my raid team who's completely against Brexit, and he'll cry for at least a month when it happens. I try not to argue with him since I'm not British, so I've got no say in this. Right, okay, so I should say, firstly, the fact that he's going to cry for so long is delicious and will sustain me for months. But just because you're not British does not mean you don't have a say or are not able or allowed to say what you think about the subject. It just means you have no input on the result. That's all. Voicing an opinion is free, and there is nothing wrong with that. I recently found out there was 3 Little Mermaid movies. I only knew about one. Did you guys fall for the optical illusion sneakily hidden in Harry Potter? The one that makes Hermione look white. It's quite the trick of the eye, but the real giveaway was the fact that nobody touched her hair ever. And I'll be honest, they all wanted to. This leads. I'm in the. Kelsey. I'm the only one. I'm in the only country that voted mainly Labour. I'm going to be lynched. You're not going to be lynched. You'll be fine. Mine is 52% Leave. Our MP is a Ramona. I'm sorry to hear that. There are still some of those around, but I'll be honest. If they don't stop, they're just risking their careers over something they can't win. I appreciate the kind words, but the rest of the team get mad at me for entertaining him. Since then, the whole raid is about politics and there's no important calls. That's unfortunate that the subject matter has polluted what could otherwise be something fun. And I think it's unfortunate that somebody can't grasp that there are many other things they could talk about. Yes, this is a huge thing, but I'll be honest, it's not at the same time, really. It's going to happen. Just, I don't know, write it in your diary or to an agony aunt. Stop offloading it onto people you're supposed to be playing games with. Karma. Oh, you read that. I mean, they even fooled us with the book, saying she had a white face. Who knew? I just let it go because I've not actually read the was it the Cursed Child, whatever the play was. I haven't read it because I don't want to. To me, the only thing I cared about were the original 7 books. Anything else is secondary and unimportant. Because I really enjoyed those books and I really enjoyed the movies. And I don't think... and I get, obviously, wanting to... Because JK had indicated she wanted to expand the franchise and create a bigger world. And not just about Harry, but focus on other things. And I get it. In fact, I think it's brilliant because we saw it in the small books that were released, the school books. Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, Tales of Beedle and Bard. Beedle the Bard? Beedle and Bard? Whatever. And, what's the other book? Mythical Creatures or something? That stuff was great. But JK then, I don't know what happened. She wanted to change things up a lot for diversity and inclusion. I mean, if she wanted to go down that path, surely she would have had Harry, instead of marrying Ginny because she has red hair like his mother, instead have Harry marry Cho Chang, which would have made some sense. More diversity, yo, in it. Swag. I don't understand, but it's like the what was it? Ash. She was doing it. She talked about a video. She did a video the other day on her Ash Plays channel, talking about the what are they called? Oh God, I can't remember the name. Harley Quinn, Black Canary, and a few other characters. Birds of Prey. There it is. And how movies are changing the race of the character just to make things look more diverse for the sake of diversity. And I think that's silly. I tend to agree with Ash's point, but it's very hard to phrase it in a way that doesn't come across as almost sounding racist. You've got to be very, very careful. And I tend to agree with the producer of the Bond movies. You don't need to, you don't need to do to change things. You just need to create a new character, which is simple enough, really. And I think it's if you've already got established characters, just make a new character. I know that there have been issues though with building new characters and franchises. I mean, if they want to go down the path of arguing this doesn't work, I would like to counter it with Miles Morales, Spider-Man. It kind of works. And even when they had a teenage female black Iron Man, she's a kid, and because it didn't work as her being Iron Man, I think they changed her to Iron Heart, and actually it worked. And I think other people need to learn from this, but they're not going to, are they? And that's the problem, because they're not staying true to the source material. They are doing something to apparently be representative, but they're not. I'm sure the films will do well regardless. I don't care enough anymore anyway. But it's intriguing how one has to impose diversity rather than create from in the material the correct shades that they apparently are looking for. You don't need to make political statements in movies. You're right, but apparently one does. How else do we learn about politics other than from our famous and favourite actors who like to tell people who to vote for and also what the Electoral College should do? Yeah, our debt is settled. Okay, cool. We need to get another decent job and make some money and not bloody well crash again. Right, let's find a job and a decent paying one. Cargo. From Swansea. Let's go. What's the best one? Birmingham. Is that the best one? That is. Tell you what, that's not bad. Oh, hang on. Is there one to Liverpool? No. Okay then. We'll take this one. We'll take it. I think the job's here. Oh, don't tell me I've got to now try and... Oh, I hate you so much, game. It's fine. It's here as well, isn't it? It is. Damn well is. Oh, this is going to be tricky. Alright, fine. Fine. It's okay, we got this. What annoys me is that male characters are being made female for equality. It's not difficult to make a new character or something as a female. I don't care that James Bond is a man because they're good movies. Yeah, that's why I don't tend to agree with the for making James Bond female. The 007 thing I got because he's moved on in the story that they're doing with him. But I don't tend to see the point in making him female. I don't mind if they go down the path of any other race. I don't care what the race of Bond is. I hate this so much. I'm going to have to turn around. I hate this. Oh, this is a bit clumsy. I do apologise, people. Grumble. If the character's good, it won't matter if they're male or female. It's one of the writing. That is a fantastic quote, and it is absolutely true. It's why in a video yesterday I referenced I needed to reference movies where there have been female leads, and I'll be honest, did anyone really talk about the female being the lead? Yes, it was a big deal then because obviously it was a rare. It was kind of a in those type of movies. It was kind of a new and big deal. Certainly Sigourney Weaver. But I just don't see the point in doing it now as if it's some innovative thing, because it really isn't. It's just stupid to do that. But what do I know? I'm just a straight male. Yes. I know nothing of diversity in that regard. Aha, turn that off. Hello, Duck Dog. Hope you're well. 007 is a designation. Bond is a person. You're right. So it'll be interesting. I'm actually partially intrigued to see how the 007 current will work with the Craig former 007. That's interesting. I'm looking forward to that. But as we all know with those kind of movies, the biggest problem is always the same problem, and that is that those films don't do as well. There are some that do work because it's more subtle, or because no one cared. And of course there is an option of doing it a little differently and just throwing lots of money at it and making it look like it did really good because you threw so much money at it. I'd like to point out, and I'm going to reference a film directly. So many people have heard of pop vinyls and many people have differing opinions on them. Some deem them collectibles. Okay, well, on that subject, there is one particular pop vinyl of all the ones that I've seen recently, and it has been on sale on Amazon for such a long time. And you know why? Because they have so many of them and nobody wants it. Can anyone? I'll reduce it based on throwing a lot of money at it. And how ridiculously SJW-ish the lead is. Can anyone guess the pop vinyl? Look how badly Atomic Blonde did. Yeah, Atomic Blonde only made it had a budget of about 30 million and made 100 million, but that 100 million isn't as impressive when you consider promotional costs. In fact, if anything, it probably made close to about 10 to 20 million because of promotion as well. And it was heavily promoted. I know this because I saw it on buses in my town. Something you rarely see. It's just stupid. The amount of money they threw at it, and no one cared. There is a sequel in the works, and it's going to be on network on a streaming service. But yeah, can anyone think of what the pop vinyl in question is? Because it's one of those things where there's no demand for it. Nobody wants it, but you throw enough money at it, and sure, people are going to buy it eventually. I mean, you could reduce it down to a couple quid, like the Ghostbusters stuff, and you'll be fine. Is it Hillary Clinton singing death metal? If Hillary Clinton sang death metal, I would call up Danny Filth and ask him to do a collab with her. Because I'd love to hear it. I know he's not death metal, but still. I'd love to hear it. Actually, that's a good point, Little Ease. Something I'd often wondered about Doctor Who. Because in canon, he'd been a male doctor for so long. They made it seem as if he was having an identity crisis or something. And so I always thought it would have been a better idea to have a female Doctor Who show. Or a female Time Lady show. But I was wrong, obviously. But then, and I have to say this, there was Torchwood as a spin-off, and that was reasonably successful. And there was the Sarah Jane Adventures. Come on, they had spin-offs, and they all did well. In fact, the Sarah Jane Adventures only really stopped because the lead passed away. They could have done a spin-off. But, yeah. Yeah, see, Ray, I agree. But I was also happy for the show to end with Capaldi, to be honest. It gave him a whole new regeneration cycle. I didn't see the point. You're desperately keeping a show alive so you can then introduce all the different genders and races. I just don't see the point. And the story for the first series was really bad. I tried. First of all, Jodie Whittaker was paid the same Peter Capaldi got paid for his third season. Okay, right. Well, Peter Capaldi did 13 episodes. She did 10. Right? No Christmas special because they couldn't think of anything and wanted to do something New Year instead, and it was a massive flop. No denying it. It was bad. She required 4 assistants. And the ratings did start to go down. People said it actually did really... It had the highest of the first episode. Yeah, not surprised. The first female doctor. Everyone wanted to know what was going on. But the ratings are argued and debated. Because some say it went down and was worse, as bad as Capaldi's, and got worse. Others saying it did really well. Well, the conflicting reports are quite irritating, but the ratings went down. Sorry, but no one's interested. And the story was bad because the one main thing I took away from it, and it upset me so much, firstly is that her sonic screwdriver resembles a molten sex toy. Melted down, sex toy. And the second was that the entire premise of the show was to make people feel guilty for humanity's past, which I saw as an insult rather than just take it and celebrate it. You had a diverse team of assistants, and you turned the guys into comic relief, which I also thought was a kick in the teeth. I always thought the assistant was more of a moral compass as well as an adventurer, asking all the questions. But no, one has a crush on the doctor, and that's a deal because, yeah, homosexuality, you've got to check that off the box. Right. Oh, and of course the person who fancies the doctor is a lady of colour, so that's another check. Nice. It just annoys me. Series 2's starting at some point this year, and I'm not going to watch it. I tried Series 1. I remember doing a stream with Laura in the chat on my what was once called the Cthulhu Kin and Friend Show stream channel, now called Moisky Live. The stream's still there. It's unlisted in a playlist. And Laura and I, for about an hour and a bit, talked about this. And I outright said I will give it a fair chance. I gave it a fair chance, and I felt so offended. Like, I actually took offence at how bad it was. And I don't blame Jodie Whittaker. I really don't. I just believe they made a fundamental mistake, because there were other people that could have been the Doctor, and they did Capaldi dirty as well, because he was a good Doctor too. They did him dirty, and that really annoys me. Oh, you're going to debate Cradle of Filth? Cradle of Filth, from what I've heard, I've gotten better at live shows. I watched one of their live shows recently. It was actually not bad, although I could barely hear Danny Filth. He needs to turn his microphone up. But yeah, as far as Doctor Who goes, hello, Brony Spoon Spoonface. They need to stop. Before they start creeping into Sylvester McCoy and Paul McGann areas of bad. And Capaldi, Series 10, I've got Series 8 and 9 on DVD. I quite enjoyed them. Clara was pretty irritating as an assistant, so I was glad to see her go eventually. But, I don't know, I got so irritated by it. So annoyed by the quality of the writing. And also, they had in their last episode of Capaldi's time, they talked about how gender and all that is just, it's not an issue for Time Lords. They don't care. Like, they had to set it up. They had to set up the switch, the biological sex switch, which made no sense at all. Yeah, I can't. The thing for me, Ray, is that I was a huge Doctor Who fan. I watched it through university. I watched it long before as a kid. I loved it. And my interest just vanished. All the stuff I had in my room actually that was Doctor Who themed were put in a box and put in the loft. I just don't care. Yeah, see, I agree, Laura. She wasn't bad, but the episodes were rubbish. They're absolutely rubbish. I know that they're having to. One thing they wanted to do was not rely on the old enemies and villains, but I know for a fact that for this series that they've brought them back. Like, yeah, you knew you had to bring them back to try and help claw back some credibility here. I want to know, and this is really important, because I don't know how they're gonna, if they can with this now they've gone down the route of a female, if they can go back to male, and what the reception will be. Because if the ratings continue to go down, they have to consider. Hello, Keith. They have to consider. What kind of actor they want for the job, but also the writing team involved. If they continue with the current writing team and the ratings continue to go down, then they need to change that. If they go with a male doctor, which this team won't do, by the way, I don't think they will. I just think it's going to end badly. It's going to get even worse. And I have a fair few like sonic screwdrivers that I've had since university as well. That were pens. I used to write all over my walls in my rooms in the UV ink. Just, I don't know. It's quite irritating. I do apologise for the vent there. I just, it's a shame that good shows or shows that have a decent fan base get pummeled and get battered because diversity, because of some, I would say, arbitrary factors, things that are not truly important to tell a story. To elevate other people, you don't need to tear people down, which is something also prevalent in the more recent series, or more recent last series of Doctor Who, not the current one. Hello, Skog. Hope you're well. And hello, Robert. Hope you're doing well as well. Tennant was your favourite Doctor. Mine, I watched all the old stuff, and Peter Davison was kind of my favourite. I thought it was brave that he had a was it a celery stick or a leek or something in a jacket and like a cricket player. I thought it was just brave. But I did quite like Tennant was good. But I liked to call himself the Lucky Doctor, but he was anything but lucky. He was arguably the unluckiest Doctor. He lost an assistant in every series. Come on. Fezzes are cool. I'd love to have a Fez. I wish I had a Fez. Fezzes are cool. Yeah. Possibly a multiverse would be kind of cool. They've already had a reference to an alternate universe before in series 2. It's happened before, in fact. So there's a possibility, but I don't know. It's a possibility anyway. It'd be interesting to see how they go forward. But I'm not going to pay attention to the show. And I think when Whittaker steps aside, which I don't know when that'll be actually, when she does, we'll know, I guess, what the plan is going forward. Sylvester McCoy was unlucky. I mean, they had no money for him, and I thought it was the funniest thing ever. He did him dirty in the movie. His regeneration was pure cringe, and when they did the show, his fights were always on like council estates. I'm like, come on, you've basically just got the neighbours to all clear out for a few hours and just go in the houses and not open the net curtains. Because net curtains, yo. And it was bad. Oh yeah, donate to my Streamlabs so I can get a fez. Hey, Wondering Lisa, hope you're well. Sylvester McCoy is regularly voted the worst Doctor. I think most people who vote him there do him dirty. I would say the worst one is Colin Baker. He was the worst Doctor. Right, I give Paul McGann a bit of a slide because he was done by the movie that was Americanized, and you could tell it was Americanized because it was bad, and there was a pointless love story in it. It was really bad, but he did himself justice, and his character was in the comics, but also in audiobooks, which were really good. I really enjoyed those. I think, yeah, so Colin Baker's definitely the worst. I think I would love to know when people update this. Enjoy your time at hospital. I hope it's nothing too serious. See you, shorty. I think Paul McGann definitely features at the bottom somewhere, but he's not last. And McCoy is usually the one that's last, followed by Baker. I don't know who. I know that the top two are usually Tennant and Tom Baker. And I think with I think the issue people have is that obviously Tom is the most renowned. He is legend in the whole thing, and so he's always going to be number one. And Tennant probably is always going to be number two, to be honest, because the ratings absolutely exploded with him as the Doctor. So it's always interesting. Laura, did you see the Twitch lass ranting at people for not subbing to her? How entitled could one person be? Okay, so that would be Bad Bunny. That is the name of her Twitch channel. I know this because it took me 5 minutes to find her, because I saw the video. I put it on my I put it in like a little thing I have with links on for videos for an exhibition of stupid people. I put it there. I watched the clip, and then I went to her Twitter. I then went and found the stream itself where she said it, but I haven't watched it yet. So I need to know, because I need to go and watch it tomorrow evening. I need to watch it because I need to know whether or not she did it as a joke or not. Because some are saying she did do it as it was a joke, others saying it wasn't a joke. I have to watch it back and find out. If it's not a joke, yes, the entitlement is horrific. I have as many subs as she does, but I don't go begging for more. I'm not going to do that. My view is always going to be the same view of, you don't have to subscribe. You don't have to donate to me on Patreon. I really don't mind or take offence to that. And you being there engaging in the chat is more valuable and important to me. And it always will be important to me. But yeah, I need to look at the whole video clip for context, because I want to make sure that it is entitlement and a spurgy moment from somebody acting like an idiot. Somebody who was once very much in with the alt-right, who's now converted and is now a leftist and a Sanders supporter, you know? That's what she was. No joke. I know this because I remember her. I used to follow her on Twitter. That's how I knew who she was, because she looked vaguely familiar, so I had to go and look her up. Thankfully, Sofane saved me some trouble, because he also referenced a name. But yeah, if it's indeed not a Poe, then yes, entitlement, and of course it should be called out. And I will be in the exhibition of stupid people if I can confirm it is not a Poe. Because I have to be sure. I can't go in on an assumption. I really can't. It kind of fundamentally goes against everything I believe in, really. Apparently this isn't the worst thing she's done, and it wasn't a joke. Oh, well, I actually am okay with giving her publicity, because I don't care. If you're gonna say, if it's true, and I haven't. Laura, can you DM me Penguin's video on her, please? I'd greatly appreciate it. If you're going to, be in the public forum and you're going to put your opinion out there, she used to be alt-right, and now she's far left. I'm sorry, but yeah, she's already in the public sphere and gets chastised for what she used to believe, and is now considered championed by those who she now sides with. I need to know all the facts. So Bomi's link me that video and I'll look into it. I'll watch it tomorrow and come to my own decision. But I do need to watch the stream first, or watch as much as I can. I don't know much about her antics beyond that, and I of course want to know more. I don't want to spend too long looking into it though, because I want to know what's going on, and I want to understand, of course. But I also want to make a segment and not an entire video. Which, if it is as controversial as it can be, it could be a decent length video. But I don't want to make a full video on a 45-second video. That seems a bit much, really, doesn't it? Money. There we go. We have our bills covered. Right. Let's first of all see how long we have. Okay, we're going to find somewhere to sleep first, because that's sensible. Although I've just noticed we are in a very awkward position. Can we turn around here? I think we can. Can we do it? Can we do it? Can we do it? Yeah, we can. Right. Never assume it does indeed make a fool out of us. You're quite right. I've made assumptions in the past. I don't want to make it a thing. Sorry, guys. Thank you. I don't like making assumptions. So, yeah, I'll look into it. I know, Echo. I will be making a video on it tomorrow on Moisky Live. I promise. It's the one thing that I've noticed I need to get on. So I will. I promise. I'm going to write some notes after the stream, and it should be simple enough. Right. Oh, we're going. Cool. Excuse me. Thank you, Laura. I appreciate that. I just got the alert on my phone. Nice. Oh. Go green. Go green, you bat rastard. You didn't go green. Oh, you did the moment I hit the handbrake, though, didn't you? Git. Right, we are going to be turning in here to go into that rest stop. Yep, there, the motel, or hotel even, sorry, not motel. Nah, you're all done. Bye, thank you. Oh, this is a tight one, isn't it? Okay. There we go. Right. Cool. Job. Let's see. They can't block anything permanently. It's true. But they can slap amendments on it, which means it has to go back to the Commons. To then be go back to the House of Lords. That's the problem. Procedure is important. More cargo. Let's go. Right. Let's have a look at the map a second, because I need to start making some dents on these roads, don't I? So if I can get one like Birmingham to London, I can come down here and go across here. Yeah, but... Or if I get one to Swansea, I could intentionally go all the way up here just to go down this road and go into Swansea. So let's find Swansea. Cargo. From Birmingham. Swansea. Anywhere? Not going to be Swansea, are you? No, you're not. Okay. Is there one to London? There is. Reservoir tank. I'll take it. And I'm altering the route once I've got the cargo. Can I turn in here? Well, it's a tight spot, isn't it? Oh, they do like using this trailer. It's nice and low and easy to drive with. If I remember correctly, the tyres actually, the wheels can also steer as well. I just don't know how to use them. I need to turn my lights on. Turn the lights on. It's too early for this. I'm assuming you all saw that, right? Nah, no, stop it. Stop. Am I just going to stop here? Nah, fam. There you go. Now go. Go on. Go on. Go then. I mean, there's still some space there. Go on. Dickhead. Ah. They're precious. Right, we're in here, are we? Sand builders. Okay. Sorry about the road rage, everyone, but it was necessary. Okay, reservoir tank. Let's go. Oh, the Lord's Amendment. Okay, that's interesting. The 1911 Parliament Act. Yes. I do want to play it. Yes. Because oh, sorry. I want to play it a bit more. Yes. But it won't be this week because overtime is just going to kill me. I think Thursday I might be able to do another ETS stream, which would be good. I think the only reason I had, because I'm having the Friday off, I should be able to relax a bit when I'm playing and not be too concerned about the time. I think we'll be alright though. We have done quite well recently. I think we've been quite enthusiastic and you guys have really been entertaining to chat with, which is really important to me. Any amendments to the laws passed will be voted on by the Commons, so yes, Brexit is coming. Yeah, that's another issue with it, because if the amendments aren't approved, then it gets a bit messy. People are touting this as the first defeat of Boris's reign, or first defeat of the decade or whatever, year or whatever, depending you want to argue it as. I don't really care that the House of Lords have voted against it or added amendments. That's fine. It's just another minor inconvenience right now. I want to change the route. Hey, I'm going to go this way, and then I'm going to go this way, and then that way. Hey, look at that. That route is now 6 hours long instead of being about, 2. Oh, good on you, Credible Threat. Upload those videos. Yes, I look forward to them. You have to DM me and link them, because otherwise I'll forget. Oh, slow down. We do not want fines. This job's worth a decent amount of money, but not so much, which is great at the same time. Won't it be a slow process? No, because they have until the end of December to negotiate a deal. Getting this stage done means we leave, but we still are kind of there-ish. But a deal has to be agreed upon by the end of the year without any extension to the transition period. Oh, wait, you give me 50 and then back down to 30 again? What's wrong with you? Come on. Got to be better than this. Yeah, so the next 11 months will be quite interesting. I'm kind of interested to see where it goes, but I think I'm only really now interested in a very narrow sense of watching how it unfolds as opposed to putting myself in the mess. Because I don't really care anymore about that side. I care how it all unfolds. Not for the sake of videos, but because I wanna see what people do. Okay, well, I'm going around again because otherwise my route is naffed. Sorry, copper. If there's a helicopter on this corner, I'll be very, very amused. Don't be a helicopter on this corner. Oh, there's another copper there. Right, well, I'm going this way anyway. Nice clear road. Thanks, coppers. If there's a massive fire and mess, I'm going to be very happy. But if there's a helicopter there, I'll be disappointed. Let's see. What do we have? There we will. How do I DM though? Twitter, if you have it, use that. If you don't have it, oh, it's a crash, isn't it? Hey, look at that. You're a shit driver. Carrying on. Right, straighten that up. I should have gone into the petrol station. That would have done me a favour. I'd love it if the EU declared the Lords illegal. They can't do that, sadly, but that would be interesting. Although, I do believe Rebecca Long Bailey is the only person I've heard that wants to outright get rid of the House of Lords. That's a very controversial position to have. I tend to not like the House of Lords, but they serve a purpose, a procedural one mostly. It's to me, when I hear about them, it's mostly because of scrutiny, because they're so stuck up themselves. Stay hydrated, kids. Sorry about that, the large gulps you may have heard. But I really needed the water. Oh, I hear cat. Sorry. Ugh. Let's go and let the monster in. Right. Shush. Right. There we go. Shush. Shush. Go lay down or something. No, don't come over here. No, no, no. You go do your own little thing, peasant. Right. How are we doing on speed? Oh, okay, I need to change lane anyway. National Advisory Panel. I think people would want to change it with a Senate of some kind. But for that, we'd have to have the monarch removed as well, and I don't think that's a very good idea. I think it'd be a bit of a kick in the teeth for the royal family in one sense, but also it'd be a huge ball ache. I don't think anyone wants the hassle that comes with having to redo our entire country like that. It would be a seismic shift. I also think it could negatively impact our economy, to be honest. This is Meow Hauling. In fact, it says there, Meow Haulings. Named in honour of this poxy monster next to me who's now pawing at my leg. Yes, meow. Oh, she's climbed on me. Great. This is about to get very interesting. Don't get tangled up in the braided cable. If you do, you're going to have your own issues. You climb on that keyboard. I am going to cry. You're in the way of the screen, cat. I can't see. Move out the way. Please. Oh, I can't see my screen. I can't see my screen. I can't see my screen. No, 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 no. Stop, stop. Thank you. Oh, my nose is not a toothpick. Oh, dear. Sorry if I'm going so slow, but I'm in a position where I can't control a cat. And I'm not the type to beat an animal, so I'm not going to do that. I Just have to patiently sit here and work around the fact this monster is climbing over my arm to the point where I can barely steer. Okay, you're trying to climb on my stomach, but my stomach doesn't stick out, cat. Oh, you suck, cat. Can you not? Can you not? No, the headphones aren't toothpicks either. No, I give this cat cream, it'll go straight through her. It's a weird thing, because she'll eat most things, but cream, no. Her and milk and cream don't agree with each other at all. I think she might be lactose intolerant. Which is really interesting, I guess. Hey, memes of destruction, hope you're having a fantastic Tuesday. Don't mind me, I'm now being assaulted by a cat. Excuse me. You done, cat? No? Okay, your claws are stuck in my hoodie. Fantastic. We're in a 50 and you're doing 25. You're doing 20. Oh, you indicated. Okay, fair enough. I didn't see it. Lol. He turned into me. I just saw that in the wing mirror. Lol. Tilly is a gremlin. You're right. Karma. Yeah. Ah, she's climbed off. Good. Right. See how far we can go before she climbs back on. Ah, dear. It's alright. I'll get you some goat's milk in the morning. You'll be fine. Oh, excuse me. My apologies for the yawn. Surprised I've lasted this long without yawning too much. I consider it a big win. Cat's still climbing on me. Can you stop? If you have a slow cooker, cat is quite good. I didn't know that. Get a laser pointer and attach it to a toy that moves or something. She's not really the toy type, actually. She doesn't like toys. Oh, cat, stop it. Yeah, cat doesn't like toys. She prefers rubbing her fur up against lenses that I painstakingly cleaned to the point where I'm now winking to be able to look through one eye while she attacks my other one. Nice. Oh, jeez, the glasses are all smeared up now. Thanks, cat. I now can't... I actually have to stop because I can't see. I can't see anything. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, what is wrong with you, cat? Oh. Dear, oh dear. Right, let's clear these up first. I do apologise, but I genuinely can't see with these on now because of her. Right, can I see now? Let's have a look. Okay. No, there's still a smear. Nice. Right. Stop it. Thank you. How am I supposed to avoid getting headaches if you're giving me an excuse to have one? Yeah? Stop thinking about yourself. You get fuss from me all the time anyway. Greedy cat. Right, is that the one cleaned? Let's have a look. Stop it. Down. Thank you. No, not on the glasses. Thank you. Now, back to this. Right. Stop it. If you put your teeth on the frame again, I'm going to stick the frames in your ear. Yes, I thought that might make you move. Thanks, cat. Onto my shoulder. Perfect spot. I can hear that motor through my headphones. You're a git. You know that, right, cat? Pure evil. How fast can I go here? 50. Good. Or an undiscovered road. Yes. Right, we're doing football scores in the chat. Let's do 46, because I don't want to go too fast down the country lanes, because they get a bit... Well, you start to tip a little. Cat! Don't hit the handbrake with your poxy... If you do it again, I'm going to move you. Yeah, now you're looking at me, because you're like, oh, I might lose this little bit here. She's making things more entertaining, because for the last hour and a half, I wasn't engaging in the chat. That wasn't entertaining in the slightest, you're right. Thank you. Dick. I had a dog that likes to chew on electrical cables. Yeah, I was going to advise, I know some people have pets that chew through cables. I have, all of the cables I use now are coated in a metal mesh that protects them. The animal, dogs, the cats, even a rabbit won't chew through them because it can't. But then I realised some people can't be bothered to spring the extra quid it would cost to buy them. So it's just not worth bringing it up. I like to be sure that I'm not, risking the safety of my tech for the sake of an animal to have their freedom. To be fair, the dogs were in enough trouble today anyway. One of the cats decided to do something they shouldn't do, and not in the litter tray, which is really irritating, and the dogs decided, snack. So they were punished by being banned from jumping on my bed, because they normally lay on my bed. I blocked it and said, no, you don't get to go on there because of what you did, and your breath stinks. You should be ashamed of yourselves. No, stop it. No. Okay, you're off. Bye. Thank you. She actually tried to do her teeth on the frames. I'm not paying 30 quid to replace the frame again. I'm not doing that. As entertaining as she is, I have limits. My nose is fine though. She can use that as a toothpick. But because she's rubbing up against the glasses with her fur, I can't see. It then negates what the glasses are supposed to do, and that's stopped me getting a headache. But then I have to take them off, and so my headache will come back. Which isn't exactly ideal, really, is it? Never mind. Let's just continue. It shouldn't take too long, this job. It's, it's 6 hours, which is probably one of the longer deliveries, but at least then we cover a significant chunk of terrain, which is so important to get that done, because I want to start considering leaving the United Kingdom at some point. But I need to start saving money, and yeah, I need to be able to buy a place somewhere else in Europe. The intention is going to be to keep going and buy a place in one of the new areas, and then when there, sell the garage in Aberdeen so I don't have to go back there. Hey Anna, hope you're well. Welcome back even, because I did see you in the chat earlier. So yes, the bubbles arrived yesterday, Karma. I forgot to mention it. I just hadn't. I know they are there because they're in a package I haven't opened because I felt it. I realised it was because I hadn't ordered anything, so I was kind of curious. But I've been so busy, I haven't opened it. But as she's not interested in toys, she's not the target demographic Crackers is. The Calico is the one that's interested in that kind of stuff. But as she's 15, I'm not expecting her to jump. So she might lightly pat one or two, and we'll see how it goes from there. Excuse me. Right. Let's the dog is slow. We got to the electricity, watching sparks come out of his mouth. Unhappy while doing it, scared the hell out of me. Yeah, some dogs are dense. Some dogs are absolutely thick, but they need things to occupy themselves. A chew toy is so important. They need to be mentally occupied. They get bored, and what do you do when you're bored? Same thing I would do. You start chewing things, but for me it would be food. And Anna, yes, I have paid attention. It's concerning, but I'm just going to sit back and watch. I don't want to get involved. And hello, Stina. Hope you're well. Hope you're having a fantastic Tuesday. And I know, as you're one of the regulars that messages me on Facebook, I will try and get round to replying this evening, because I know there are a number of messages there and I haven't gotten to them. I've just been so busy, and I'm very sorry about that. So yes, I'll see if I can get to that this evening. If not, it'll be Friday. So yes, animals are special, aren't they? Yes. Do I need to explore the road? No. Then we're going to go in here and do this bit. And get a speeding offence the moment I hit it. I never get speeding offences. This game's trying to shaft me as well, because that was a big fine. That is a huge fine, actually. It was 1,100. That's ridiculous. Oh, they might do that, actually. Then again, dogs just like bubbles anyway, because, you know, bubbles. I know this because the dogs here go nuts when they see bubbles. If you have a bath full of bubbles and you just take a handful and throw it into the air, yeah, they'll still go for it. One of them sounds like a snapping alligator when it tries, because she's a husky and they only know how to snap. They don't know how to like play. It's really weird. Hello, Savannah Hart. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a fantastic Tuesday. And yes, watching a dumpster fire. Yes. I think I watch it when I'm doing video editing. I don't generally keep an eye on it too much. But I do know enough to know what's going on. And what is going on is concerning. But I'm not going to get involved anymore until something happens. Because I think it's wrong now just for me to just sit back and or make videos on it when there's nothing really happening. Oh, he went to Greg's house. Okay. Greg called the police. Okay. What else? Oh, last September a kid fell out the window. Okay, that's not related to the... That could be related, but we don't know, and I don't know anything about it, so it's a bit tricky. He probably was bored, Rob. Probably was bored. Because that is quite interesting. Never mind. I think... Yeah, so I'm not going to do a video on it anymore. Until something definitive, like an arrest, possibly. Or a warrant. Maybe a warrant as a home search. That'd be kind of interesting. But in truth, I don't... No, because now people are just picking at the behaviour of the people, and I don't, and it all seems a bit meh. Don't know why you slowed. You could have just moved to a different lane, or if you've broken down because you're so slow. Husky Malamute Mix is playing with my roommate by trying to snap his hands right now. Yeah. Yeah. Husky, the reason they're snapping, right? So the reason why is because they've got very long snouts, haven't they? So when they sound like they're, you know, when you give them a treat and they go to catch it, they catch it like a freaking crocodile. They open their mouth and it snaps shut. But as they have very, very bad depth perception, they're not very good at catching it, which makes it quite interesting when Spooky, my sister's one, just doesn't. Although for my sister, Spooky will take a treat and be gentle. For me, though, even though after 7 years she's incredibly loyal to me, she will still snap. And I have to put the treat in the center of my hand, the palm of my hand, and scoop it into her face. Because she can't snap if there's no distance to judge. If she can feel it in front of her face, she only has to open her mouth enough to take it. So it's quite interesting to me that she can't understand distance. I do like them though, because they're so stupid. Huskies are incredibly dumb. Like, when she plays with all the other dogs, I think she wishes she was a smaller dog, because she loves playing with small dogs. And she won't open her mouth or anything. She won't do that. She'll just like crouch down on her front paws, bring them low, and let them attack her, and then she'll start running around them. Which is really cute and funny, because she clearly likes to give them that sense of power, just for the sake of playing. But I think she always wished that she was a smaller dog, because then she could bare her teeth and have some fun. But no, she's the big dog. Although she's not the strongest. She's not by a long shot. She's got strength, but she's too dumb to know how to use it. She's a follower, not a leader. The leader of the pack, yeah, she's a monster when she gets cross. To the point where I've had to lift her by the scruff of her neck just to get her off other dogs. Or drag her away. The lifting's easier though. But yeah, Spooky's a bit special on that front. We had, when I was a kid, a Springer Spaniel called Holly. And we had her until I was about 21. She was 17. She, old age got her, which is, I think, brilliant because it wasn't disease or anything. She had a few growths that had kind of ruptured, but it wasn't what got her. And she used to have that ability where you could put it on the tip of her nose and she'd catch it in her mouth, and it was brilliant. None of these 5 dogs here can do it. One of them's a Cavalier. He's so derpy dumb. You could put it on his nose, he'd sit there and he'd stare at it. And honestly, he won't move. He'll stare at it because he's then scared that if he drops it, one of the other dogs will take it from him. So if he's got it in plain sight, it's safe, which is, I think, his view on it. Which is really cute and really funny. And I find it very hard not to chuckle because he's derp. He really is. But the husky is really dense. You tell her not to do something, 10 seconds later she will try and do it again. And it's really funny because she's so dumb. But she's also really fast, really, really strong. But she's not the fastest either. You would think now the Springer Spaniel, the strongest one, would be. No, her back legs are going. But she's still faster. But she's not the fastest. The fastest, actually, is one of the laziest. And that would be the female Cavalier, who is about 6-7 years old. And she's a bolt. If she's running, she becomes a bolt of lightning. It's amazing. If it's raining outside and we force her to go to the loo outside, yeah, she'll go, and then like a bolt of lightning, she's indoors. But she's gone, which is important. No, the Jack he's not that fast. He's fast, but he's not that. But he struggles because his frame is so muscular. Because of that, he can't turn properly. And in a straight, Lizzie has him. She's just more flexible. She can generate more power. He's bulk. But he's also his leg movement's quite rigid. But he's still fast. He's still very fast. I think the only thing we know for certain with all of them is there is a clear slowest dog. There's clearly one who is the slowest, and it's the 5th dog, the fat Cavalier who you could stick a treat on his nose and he'd stare at it. He genuinely doesn't run fast at all. He does run though if you make him. He can run. But he's not fast. He's like the playful type of runner. He'll just run for a bit of fun. He is a barrel, you're right. He's a bit hench. But he is fast. Just Spooky is a bigger dog, so she's always going to be faster. Misty's also a bigger dog, but a Springer, so she's always going to be faster. Even with the arthritis, she's going to be faster. Lizzie just beats them all, though, because she's so small. And she doesn't like being outside. And doesn't like being chased by other dogs. So when they chase her, she's gone. it's. I've thrown a dog treat up the other end of the garden once, and I think Dom was by the door, so he didn't notice. But the three ladies saw, and Lizzie got there first. But and this is where she lost. She won the race, but when she got there, she sniffed it first, and that was the mistake. Because what happened next was Misty got there, and Misty just saw it and took it from her. Meg, you need to upload more pics of the dogs to the server. I probably should. That'd be kind of cool. I'll do that. I can do that. Won't be till Friday. I'll see about uploading one on Friday. Was that the loan installment? Hey, we got money. Yay. See how quickly I blow all that then, shall we? Okay. Yeah, I can certainly see about uploading some pictures. And hello, Saint Lady Boyd, Queen of Valentine. Hope you're having a fantastic Tuesday. Welcome to the stream. Smash like. Yes. So I did my little chihuahua always want to fight the husky next door and got out of the house, and the husky would just look at him. To be fair, that is quite common as small dogs. They see bigger dogs and they just want to be like, let's have a go then. Come on then. I gotcha. Yeah. It's not unsurprising. There was a dog when I first moved back here in 2012, mid-2012 I moved back here, and my sister was looking after a dog, and the dog was so cute. She was a little hand-sized dog. She was a puppy, but she was never going to get bigger because she was not only the runt of the litter, but she had a few other issues that made her small. And I don't even know the breed. I'll have to find a picture of her and put it on the server. She looked like a Jack, but she wasn't. Her ears were quite big for her breed as well. She was some kind of mongrel, not mongrel, some kind of mix. But she was definitely really small. Smaller than I'd say, to give this context for Joe, smaller than Poppy. Not even half the size. And she was so cute and lovely, and I liked her a lot, actually. Hey, Kimmy, hope you're well. I'm doing good, thank you. Just enjoying the stream. And I found it quite fascinating that she, if you put her in a room with Spooky, the massive husky, Spooky would let this dog beat the crud out of her. And by that I mean just like nibble at her, because that's all she could do, right? It was adorable. And then we put her in, when one day she was in the kitchen, and Misty saw her and said, "Oh, whoa, a chew toy. I don't like her. I'm going to try and kill her now." And she tried to. She tried. She got her teeth around the dog and really had a go at trying to kill the dog. But thankfully, I happened to be in the same room, and a simple growl from me was enough to make her go, "Actually, you know, I don't want any of this." So yes, but I haven't seen her in about 6 years, because the friend that my sister was looking a dog after from left and went her separate way and did other things, but it was entirely selfish needs stuff. Might be a Jackawawa. Jeez, is that a thing? I'll have to look into that. But yeah, that dog was cute. I like that dog. I used to have her and Lizzie sit on my shoulders. Another final sort of dog story. When Spooky had puppies, lots of little huskies, she had 5, I think, and there was another dog in the house at the time called Butch. My sister had a staffy, a pure white staffy called Butchie, and when they were brought into the kitchen with Spooky, who went outside, Butch jumped the child gate, not because he wanted to hurt the dogs, not because he wanted to hurt them at all. He just wanted to go and play with them because he was really young and really lovely. And so he did this. He jumped over, and when they were all learning to walk, he just laid on the floor, and they went up to him and bundled him. Hello, Christina Lopez. Hope you're well. So yeah, I thought that was. I've got photos of this and video of him just jumping over the gate and going in there and getting beaten up by these dogs. And I'm sat there like, wow. I found me on Gab. There you go then. There's a win. I loved Butch. Shame he had to be rehomed because Misty tried to kill him as well. Springer Spaniel trying to kick the crap out of a Staffy. If he wasn't such a soppy dog, yeah, he probably would have had her, to be honest. By the way, he lives with a loving family, so I know this for a fact. I know the family. I still see him. He's lovely. He's still lovely, even though he's hench as Fook. Anyway, we are done here. I am going to go sit on my server for a little bit in voice chat and chill. Thank you all very much for joining, and thank you for the chat. I really appreciate it. And yes, if you haven't, smash like. I'll be back here on Thursday. See you all later.